Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the not-so-simple language of corporate America and figure out if companies are actually performing well, or just good at making PR sound good. So you don't have to. Today we're diving into a special report from Celanese Corporation, a company that makes chemicals and special materials for all sorts of everyday products. Now, this isn't a typical quarterly update, but what they've announced here is pretty significant. It looks like Celanese is selling off a part of its business to Element Solutions Incorporated. Think of it like trading in an old game console for a new one, but with way bigger numbers involved. Let's see what this deal means for investors and for us, the consumers who use the stuff these companies make. So, the big news dropped on the 28th of October 2025. Celanese Corporation, a name you might see on the sides of trucks or in the materials of things you use daily, announced they're selling off their Micromax portfolio of products. This is what is known as a divestiture, which is basically a fancy word for selling a part of your company. Celanese is a pretty established player, and we see their common stock listed on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol CE. They also have various senior notes, which are basically loans the company has taken out, that are also traded. For example, they have notes due in 2026, 2027, 2028, 2029, and 2031. You can see the different tickers for these notes like CA/26A, CA/27, and so on. These are essentially different debt obligations the company has to manage. This filing isn't about their deep financial performance for the quarter, but rather a specific announcement. It is a disclosure that comes under what is called Regulation FD, or Fair Disclosure. This rule means companies can't release important news to just a select few people investors. Everyone has to hear it at the same time. The main event here is their announcement about signing a purchase and sale agreement. They've attached a press release to this report, which is Exhibit 99.1. This press release is where all the juicy details about the sale of the Micromax portfolio will be. While we don't have the full text of the press release here, we know it announces the transaction. When companies announce something like this, it is crucial to understand what they're selling and why. Now, like most of these reports, there is a section talking about forward-looking statements. This is a standard legal disclaimer. They're saying that anything in this report about the future, like when the deal will close, how their finances might look, or what their plans are, is based on their current best guesses and assumptions. They're basically telling you that things could change, and actual results might be different from what they're saying now. It is a reminder that the future is never truly certain, and a lot of things outside their control can affect how this deal plays out. They mention risks and uncertainties that could impact the outcome, and they point to their annual reports for more detailed risk factors. It's important to remember that these statements are only true as of the date they are made, and they don't promise to update them later if things change. This section tells us what other documents are being filed along with this main report. We've already talked about Exhibit 99.1, which is the press release. There is also Exhibit 104, which is the cover page interactive data file. This is basically an electronic version of the report's cover page with embedded data, which helps with automated processes. The asterisk footnote here is also important. It clarifies that the information being furnished in this report, including the press release, is not being officially filed in the same way as other parts of their regular reports. This means it doesn't automatically carry the same legal weight in terms of liability under certain sections of the Securities Exchange Act. It is a way for them to share information without accepting full legal responsibility for it in every context. And finally, we have the signatures. This is where authorized people from Celanese Corporation sign off, declaring that everything in this report is true to the best of their knowledge. We see the signature of Ashley B. Duffy, who holds a pretty important role as Senior Vice President, General Counsel, and Corporate Secretary. This just confirms that the company is formally acknowledging this filing. So, what is the big picture here? Celanese is selling off a specific product line, the Micromax portfolio. This signals a strategic shift for the company. They might be looking to streamline their operations, focus on their core businesses. Or perhaps the Micromax portfolio wasn't performing as well as other parts of their business, or it just wasn't a good fit anymore. Selling off non-core assets is a common strategy for companies aiming to improve efficiency and profitability. It allows them to concentrate resources on areas with higher growth potential. We don't have the financial details of the sale here, like the exact price or the financial performance of Micromax itself, but that information would typically be in the press release. What we do know is that this is a move that could reshape Celanese's business. Investors will be watching closely to see how this divestiture impacts their overall revenue, profit margins, and strategic direction. It could mean more focused innovation in their remaining product lines, or it could be a sign of them struggling in certain market segments. It is definitely a story to follow for Celanese Corporation shareholders and anyone interested in the chemical industry. What is your take on this strategic move by Celanese? Do you think selling off a product line is a sign of strength or weakness? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this quick dive into corporate filings helpful, please hit that like button. It really helps us out. And don't forget to subscribe for more decoded corporate news. We also have a Discord community linked in the description where we discuss these filings further. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next decode.